So you have already $5, then you deposited the $15. What will be your the initial amount? Okay, what will be your total amount? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, say that again.
So you have initially $5 in your account, and then you went to the bank. You deposited 15 more dollars. Then total what will be your amount? Total
It'd
amount
be $20.
$20. So I'm going to write here ELES. So I'm taking print of. Can you hear me, Landon? Hello, Landon.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Did you get it right? What Mason said?
Could you repeat that?
Okay. So
Mason?
okay, Mason, you can tell me the scenario what I explained it to you so that you will know better.
You want me to explain the code you wrote?
Not the code, like here in the deposit part. What did I say?
How you deposited more and more money. Like at first you deposited $5 and then you deposited 15.
Yeah. Once you add a balance, yeah. So it's basically you have you opened a bank account, you have money like $5, then you deposited $15. What will be the total amount?
If you deposit 5, then 15,
Yeah,
then you'd have 20.
20. So make sure amount must be okay. So here the only thing is amount greater than 0. Amount greater than 0 means this condition, if this condition is true, then it will execute this line of code. What if this condition is false? Then it's going to execute deposit amount must be positive. So you cannot deposit negative $5. Then you going bank and saying, oh, I wanted to borrow some money, then deposit into my account. It's not going to be workout. When you want to deposit, must be the positive. So which means you have to have some balance in your account. So I'm going to have one more, make sure that I have to be in the same phase. Okay, def I'm going to write withdraw method. You can write okay, self comma amount. Make sure that don't forget that the first variable always self. Okay, this is a public method. Why it's public method? Because I did not use any underscores. This method also public method because I didn't use anything. This is a two, these two and this variable is a these two. Okay, this one the balance and the owner are private method. Okay, public method. So now I'm going to have some things here. If amount greater than 0, you can use an end means both left and right conditions should be true. If you don't understand, ask me. Amount, oh, I'm so sorry. His computer died just now. Sorry to hear.
Landon's did?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm sorry. So you guys are studying very hard. Make sure that when you practice every day, five problems. Practice. If you practice, so you will do better. Practice
Where do we find 5 problems?
on Canvas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you just post them like as homework?
yeah, I already posted 25 problems long back ago. You guys have not solved yet. Oh, he's back.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Okay, so here I'm saying amount less than or equal to self dot balance. Okay, so here self dot balance equal to self dot balance minus amount. Here I'm going to have print statement, print of f string going to use a dollar sign ambo, okay, ambo unt amount, okay, amount come out of the curly braces, just withdrawn new balance. Balance. So here else print we will write insufficient funds or invalid amount. So we are writing a real world example of how the bank statement works. When you go to the bank, get balance. I'm writing another method called get balance, get balance, get balance. Okay, self, this is method going to be public method. Now you have to create, I'm going to create an object. So once we are done, then we will go through each line of code, how it's working. So now let's me create an object. So create a bank object. See, bank object, I'm writing ACCOUNT account. So what is our object name? What is our object name? I have written account. Account is the object name. Now I'm passing a value. Let's say the owner is maybe Mason, and let's say $1,000. So let's access public methods. So how do we access? We have to use the object. What is our object name? Account dot deposit. Now you have to pass deposit method. We have only amount. You can pass. I'm passing $500. So here output $500 deposited, new balance. $500,000. What will be the new balance? $1,500. Then withdraw, ACCOUNT. I'm calling withdraw method. Withdrawing 200. So output $200 withdrawn. So once you withdraw $200, what will be the new balance? Balance will be the $1,300. Trying to access private attributes directly result in an error. So if you do this one, you will get an error, something like this: print of account dot balance. So you will get a attribute error. How do we access? To access private attributes through public method. So how do we access? So what is our method name? Print of, first we need to have use object name is called account. Then what is our public method here? Get balance. Okay, so now I am going to run this code. Okay, it's working perfectly. Let me explain this code. Okay, so what is this? This is a constructor method. This is a constructor method or default method. Constructor method. I have two private attributes. One private attribute equal to one. See, if you see underscore, which is a private attribute. Underscore balance equal to private attribute. Now I have one method. Okay, so what is the method name I have written here? What is the method name in this case?
Deposit.
So I have two parameters. What are those parameter names? Are
Self and amount.
So by default you have to have a variable self. You can use any name like a self, or you can use Winnie, Landon, Mason, but most programmers use self so that they understand in a long run. Let's say you have 200 300,000 lines of code. If you use Winnie, they may confuse after 200 300 lines of code, what is Winnie. Then if they use self, oh, it's a default parameter. It makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, it's called naming convention. Anyways, so self the comma amount. If amount greater than 0, so if amount greater than 0, what does this means? This line of code means
It means the amount's gonna be greater than 0, cause like always gonna be greater than 0 because it starts at 0, and so there's nothing that's like greater. I mean, everything else is greater than 0.
What if you have a negative balance? You
then
cannot
open an error.
Yeah, you cannot get any amount. So deposit must be, when you deposit, you go to the bank, you have to deposit more than $0, right?
Yeah.
You cannot deposit say go to the bank, hey, I don't have money, can I borrow $5, which means negative amount. Negative amount means you don't have money. You're borrowing, so you cannot do that. They don't give you loan. You're asking loan and ask them to put it in your account. No. So if self dot balance equal to self dot balance plus amount, let's say you have a balance already of $15, then you deposited $10, then what will be the new balance will be? New balance would be $25, because before you have in bank like $10, then you deposited a $15, it would be $25.
Yeah.
So if this is not going to happen, then you have a deposit amount must be positive. Then you use the withdraw. I have a one more method, withdraw method. So self amount, we have the same parameters. This is also public method. Why it's public method?
Because you can like see your amount and you can
Yeah.
like everybody can see it. So like you
Yeah.
could see your amount
Yeah.
and what you put in there and what you take out.
Yeah. If amount, so if you see this end means both left and right conditions should be true, which means first condition, what is the first condition? If amount greater than 0, then second condition, what is second condition?
Then amount is equal to balance. So it's just
No,
it's basically saying
not
that
equal, less than or equal to self dot
balance.
balance. What does it
Yeah.
mean?
It means that like the amount equals balance basically.
Yeah, so amount less than or equal to self dot balance. Okay, so which means it should be above greater like more than 0 and less than or equal to self dot balance. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Self dot balance is equal to self dot balance minus amount. Withdraw, you are withdrawing amount. So now you're printing amount. Okay, then self balance. Let's say amount, you wanted to withdraw some amount. Let's say you withdraw 200. Then what will be the balance will be after withdrawing? Let's say you have 500, you withdraw 200. What will be the remaining balance?
After what?
So you have a $500 in your account. So you withdrew $200.
Yeah. Then it would be 300.
300. So this meaning self dot balance is so amount should be greater than 0. Okay, or amount less than or equal to self dot balance. Okay, it should, what you are withdrawing, it should less than equal to, less than or equal to amount you have. Let's say you have an amount of $500. How much you have?
$500.
Okay, self dot balance less than or equal self dot balance, this is the initial balance you have. So you cannot have less than 500, right?
Yeah.
So sorry, if you have $500, if you access $600, what will you get?
Sorry, can you say that again? I think you glitched out.
Sorry, so you wanted to withdraw $600, but you only have a $500. Then what will you get it?
Error, because you don't have that much.
Yeah, so the line of code, amount should be greater than 0 and amount less than or equal to self dot balance. So which means you cannot access, you cannot withdraw money. Okay, what you have, you cannot access money more than what you have, right? So if self dot balance is equal to self dot balance, like minus amount, amount means you are withdrawing. Okay, so you go to bank, you have to withdraw more than the amount, more than what you have. So you cannot withdraw $0. So you have to go bank and withdraw some money, and amount less than or equal to self dot balance means, so you have, the amount should be less than or equal to self dot balance, which means let's say you have self dot balance, like you have a balance of $500, you can withdraw amount 500 or less than 500. You cannot exceed, you cannot withdraw more than 500, right? If you do that, it says insufficient funds or invalid amount. Then I have one more method. What is the method name here?
Get balance.
Yeah, once you withdraw the amount, you have a balance. So then I return self dot balance. This is a private. Okay, this is a method is private, public method, but you return self dot balance because it's a private. Why do we need to use? See, some things I have not used, I have not declared, I have not declared. Uh, okay, I have not used modifiers. See, self dot balance. Self balance means it only show where. If you go to ATM, this balance where it shows the written amount, it will only show on the screen, right?
Yeah.
And it will give you,
Mm-hmm.
but so this is got a self balance. So okay, you have this one, you withdrawn. So creating an object, what is our object name here?
Get balance.
No, that get balance is a method name, dude.
Oh.
So here create a bank account object. Bank
Oh.
account object. So
Account.
account, great. Are you there, my friend Landon?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so what is our object here?
Is bank account the object?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the bank account object here?
The bank account object, Mason 1000.
Mm-mm.
Um, is it just a count?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, makes sense.
Yep, makes sense.
See, this is a object name is account. So what is this bank account? Anyone can what is this bank account?
Oh, that's the object.
No, bank account is the class name.
Yeah, it like called.
So how do we create an object? We have to write a object equal to class name, then pass the arguments for the parameters. So what are the
Yeah.
arguments here? Sorry, parameters here in the class. In the
Owner and
default.
balance, and then self
Yeah.
is like the
No,
Owner
no.
about
Yeah. What are the how many parameters we have in init method?
2, 3.
3.
3. Good guys. What are those?
Self, owner, and balance.
What is the default parameter?
Self.
Self.
Yeah, because we use owner and balance are the um, owner and balance. So what are the arguments we passed here for owner? So this is the owner is the parameter. We passed a value called argument. What is the owner parameter? We passed a argument. What is the argument here for the parameter?
Account.
Account is the object name.
Oh. Bank
Mason.
account.
Mason is the owner.
Oh yeah.
So this is an parameter. This is an
Oh, I
argument.
see.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
What is the balance I passed?
1,000.
1,000. Great. Okay. So account. What is account means object. Object dot what is deposit? Deposit is the method name. What is that? Deposit is the
Deposit is the
method name.
parameter, right?
No, method name.
Or oh
It's a
yeah.
method. See, in programming, in your computer, in my computer, anyone computer. So anything is action. There is a method always. Let's say if I click here, it opened. There is someone written a code for this one to open. So when I click when I click here, it's open which means there is a method. If there is an action means there is always a method. Action means there is always a method. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
action means there is always method, always method. So there is always a method for an action. So okay, so um okay, so um this is a method name, this is object. When you want to access methods, you need an object. Except constructor method, you don't need to call this method. So this is calling. Make sure that you guys need to watch my video, this video, then you will understand more. So I'm writing here,
Okay.
so when you want to execute code from your method, you must call the method. You must call the method. Okay, must call the method. So okay, execute ex. Okay, okay, when you want to execute method code from your method, you must call the method. This is calling method. How do we call method? Object name. What is our object name? Account. Then the name of the method name is deposit. Then you deposited for this is amount is the parameter. Then you passed a value means argument. You passed a 500. Same thing withdraw. Then you cannot do like this. Trying to access private attribute directly will result in an error. Let's say you say private account underscore balance, so you don't get in a balance, it will give you an error. So if it's a private method, you have to use a access private attributes through public method. So now I have a public method. This method will give you the remaining balance. This method will give you the remaining balance. Make sense?
Yeah.
So we have three more minutes. Okay, our code is working. Any questions for this one?
No, it all makes pretty good sense. But do you think you could post it on Canvas so that I could study it?
Yeah, so I'm
Okay.
going to post this one today. I have to go to church at 8 o'clock. So thank you guys for coming at 5 o'clock. Otherwise, I couldn't make it to the church for today, because the meeting is going to end at 8, but they're going to give some snacks. So
Oh, good.
no, I'm going to get a blessing from the missionaries. So
Oh, okay.
because I haven't been feeling well for last few days, because overthinking about my future,
Yeah.
I'm also praying to get more students. My goal is to get at least 10 students are getting a job. So thanks for your both parents helping me. In fact, Mason's father reached out to me and he was trying to get a hold of an interview, but they have already hired someone. So but that's okay. And also Landon mom, sister Kelly, she is very nice and kind to me, and she also sent someone needs my help to build a website. If I build an website, I could get some money. Hopefully things will work out. I'm praying to God that things will work out.
All right. Good luck, Mr. Benny. I'll keep you in my prayers too.
Oh, so kind of you, my friends. Okay,
Yeah.
one important thing is, you in order to be successful, I'm not going to repeat object oriented programming anymore. You know, like, but we will do in projects. This is like explanation. This is also project. Do you guys know that this is a small project?
Yeah.
Do you guys
yeah.
know what kind of project it is?
Is it isn't it an encapsulation class?
No, this is a data hiding. We are
Data
hiding
Oh, okay.
certain
Yeah.
things. We are
Yeah.
hiding so certain things like Warner. Who is the Warner? See, no one knows Warner, right? We did not
Yeah.
see. We passed a
Owner's
Mason is the
Mason.
owner. But we don't need, when you go to the ATM, when you withdraw the money, they don't see your name, right?
Yeah.
So that's called data hiding. We did encapsulation one project, we did a small data hiding project. So be proud of yourself. I promise you, if you do hard work, if you do your best, and I promise you, the Lord is going to bless you in this career. I have seen so many miracles. I, I promise you, if you practice, you will do great.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So what is the object oriented things?
It's like its own thing. Like
Yeah,
it's
no, there are few things, like some things like object oriented programming starts from classes,
yeah.
objects, and
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 polymorphism,
oh yeah,
oh yeah.
inheritance, encapsulation, data hiding. So repeat after me, then I'm going to end this class.
Okay.
yeah.
Polymorphism,
Mm-hmm.
classes,
Mm-hmm.
Classes,
inheritance,
Inheritance,
um,
objects. See,
objects,
objects,
okay, I'm gonna repeat again. Classes, objects,
classes,
classes and objects. So classes and objects, inheritance, classes, objects, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, data hiding. Six things. Okay,
okay.
go ahead,
data.
Landon, one by one.
Objects, classes, inheritance,
Okay, wait. If someone will ask you what are the object oriented programming, what are the OOPS concepts, first you should say classes and objects. See, the whole programming is all about classes and objects. If someone asks what are the object oriented programming concepts, classes and objects, classes, objects, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, data
and
hiding.
data hiding. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, one by one.
Classes, objects,
Objects,
inheritance.
polymorphism.
Mm-hmm.
Data hiding is one more. Oh, and
Encapsulation,
cancellation. That one.
encapsulation, then data hiding.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Then data hiding. Yeah, I just couldn't think.
Could you please tell me, Mason, what are the topics?
Yeah. So, objects, classes, polymorphism, data hidings, encapsulations, and inheritance.
Okay, make sure that we have to follow the order. And also, for the next midterm exam, there is no open book. You have to run the code. Okay, I will give you problems every day, five problems. So those problems will
Okay.
appear, few of them, but those problems you have to find out the solution by your own. I'm not giving you solution. Once you submit, then I will correct. I will teach you the next day. Okay, this is the solution. Because in college, when I started college, they didn't teach basics. What is class and object? They didn't. They started big projects. So it was 100 lines of code, and it was my first day of
Dang.
programming. How do you feel if it's a first day of your programming and there is a big project?
It'd be pretty hard.
Me,
Pretty overwhelmed.
I said no. So I got C minus when I took the Python first class, C minus. Then I don't have support. I did not understand. I asked so many teachers. They said, "Oh no, you have to study. What I need to study to do this project? How to do it?" Then I spent 2 months by one. I fasted and prayed. I go to temple every day. I did these three things. Then the Lord provided me wisdom and knowledge. Then I start learning by my own, so that I wanted to my students to do the same thing. I want my students to improve and get success in their career. So love you so much. You guys are doing great. Make sure that you have to appreciate yourself every day. And also you have to be honest when you do coding. Make sure that you have to practice 2 hours a day. Even if I don't give an homework, you have to practice every day 2 hours. So I posted some homework on Saturday. You guys haven't finished yet.
Yeah, is that the test retake?
No, I posted five questions.
Oh, okay.
So you
What's it
haven't
called
finished.
on Canvas?
Yeah, it's Canvas. You can go ahead and see the last day of the which is due on Saturday.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, my
Yeah.
friends. I'm going to upload this video. Then we'll see tomorrow. Okay.
All right. See you tomorrow.